Imagine discovering that the problems keeping you awake at night were solved over 2,000 years ago. The anxiety about your future, the pressure to succeed before everyone else, the fear of failure, the endless comparison, the search for happiness that always seems just out of reach. Long before smartphones, social media, or modern psychology, a group of extraordinary thinkers devoted their lives to answering one question: how can a person live well? These ancient philosophers didn't have advanced technology. What they possessed was something even more valuable: an understanding of human nature. And surprisingly, human nature hasn't changed. People still worry. People still seek approval. People still chase wealth, believing it will bring peace. People still fear loss, rejection, and death. The philosophers understood that while the world constantly changes, the human mind remains remarkably similar. That's why their wisdom feels as relevant today as it did thousands of years ago. In this video, we'll explore powerful life lessons from history's greatest minds: Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato. These aren't abstract theories. They're practical principles that can help you become calmer, stronger, wiser, and more resilient in everyday life. By the end of this video, you may find yourself looking at your problems in an entirely different way. Let's begin. Lesson 1. You cannot control everything, only yourself. Inspired by Epictetus. One of the greatest causes of suffering is trying to control things that were never ours to control. Think about how much energy people spend worrying. Will they like me? Will I lose my job? What if my plans fail? What if someone misunderstands me? What if life doesn't go as expected? Most of our anxiety comes from attempting to manage an unpredictable future. Epictetus, born into slavery, understood this better than almost anyone. Despite having almost no control over his circumstances, he discovered a freedom that no one could take away. He taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Many people believe freedom means controlling everything around them. Epictetus believed true freedom begins when you stop trying. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control other people's opinions. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the past, but you can always control your attitude, your choices, your character, your response. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. You could scream at the wind. You could demand the rain stop, or you could open your umbrella and keep walking. Life works the same way. The storm isn't your enemy. Your resistance to reality is. The moment you stop fighting what you cannot change, your mind becomes lighter. That doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing your strength where it actually makes a difference. Ask yourself every morning, what is within my control today? Then give your full attention to that. Everything else deserves your acceptance, not your anxiety. Lesson 2. Wealth cannot buy peace. Inspired by Seneca. Modern society constantly whispers the same message: earn more, own more, achieve more. Then you'll finally be happy. But history tells a different story. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in ancient Rome. He lived surrounded by luxury and influence, yet he warned that wealth alone cannot satisfy the human soul. He famously said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Think about that. Many people double their income, only to double their worries. They buy a bigger house. Now they fear losing it. They purchase expensive possessions. Now they constantly compare themselves to others. The finish line keeps moving. The philosopher understood something psychologists now confirm. Humans quickly adapt. Today's dream becomes tomorrow's normal. Then a new desire appears, and another. The chase never ends. Real wealth isn't measured by what fills your garage. It's measured by what fills your mind. Can you enjoy a quiet evening without constant entertainment? Can you appreciate simple moments? Can you feel gratitude? Seneca wasn't telling people to reject success. He was reminding them not to become servants to it. Money is a useful tool, but it's a terrible master. Own your possessions. Don't let them own you. Lesson 3. Most people fear the wrong things. Inspired by Socrates. When Socrates was sentenced to death, his friends were devastated. They begged him to escape. Instead, he remained astonishingly calm. Why? Because he believed something more frightening than death existed: living without integrity. He once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Many people spend years protecting themselves from embarrassment, failure, criticism, rejection, yet they rarely question whether they're becoming the person they truly want to be. Imagine reaching 80 years old, looking back, realizing every major decision was made to impress someone else. Socrates believed every person should regularly question themselves. Am I living according to my values? Am I being honest? Am I chasing someone else's dream? Am I becoming wiser? Without reflection, life becomes automatic. Wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. Weeks become years. Eventually, people wonder where their lives went. Reflection interrupts autopilot. It gives purpose to your days. Spend 10 minutes every evening asking yourself, what did I do well today? What mistake taught me something? Because wisdom begins with self-awareness, and self-awareness begins with honest reflection. Lesson 4. Obstacles are secret teachers. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius. Nobody enjoys hardship. Nobody wakes up hoping for disappointment. But Marcus Aurelius saw challenges differently. As Roman emperor, he faced wars, disease, betrayal, and personal loss. Yet his journal reveals an extraordinary mindset. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" he asked, "What is this trying to teach me?" His famous words still inspire millions today. The obstacle is the way. Every setback contains an opportunity hidden beneath discomfort. Failure teaches humility. Loss teaches gratitude. Without resistance, muscles never grow. Without failure, character rarely develops. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. The steel becomes stronger only after enduring fire, pressure, repeated strikes. Without the heat, there is no blade. Human character develops exactly the same way. Many people pray for confidence, yet confidence comes from overcoming challenges. People wish for courage, but courage only appears when fear exists. Resilience is never purchased, it's earned. The next time life places an obstacle in your path, ask, what quality is life trying to build inside me? That single question can transform suffering into growth, and growth into wisdom. We've discovered that peace comes from controlling ourselves, that wealth cannot replace contentment, and that obstacles become teachers. But the philosophers had far more to say. In the next part, we'll uncover why comparing yourself steals your happiness, how mastering your emotions gives you real power, and why time is your most precious possession. The next lessons may completely change how you see success and yourself. Ancient philosophers' life lessons. People wished they knew sooner. Part 2. The wisdom that changes everything. The lessons we've explored so far all point toward one powerful truth. Peace does not come from controlling the world. It comes from mastering yourself. But the ancient philosophers didn't stop there. They also warned us about invisible habits that quietly steal our happiness every single day. Habits so common that most people don't even realize they're trapped by them. Let's continue with the next lessons. Lesson 5. Stop comparing yourself to others. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius. Imagine carrying a backpack that grows heavier every time you look at someone else's life. One person buys a new house, another gets promoted, a friend announces their engagement, someone on social media seems happier, wealthier, healthier, or more successful than you. Without realizing it, your joy begins to disappear. Not because your life has become worse, but because your attention has shifted. Marcus Aurelius understood this. Although he ruled one of the most powerful empires, he reminded himself not to be distracted by others' lives. He believed that every moment spent envying another person was a moment stolen from improving yourself. He wrote, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others." Those words feel even more relevant today. Modern technology allows us to compare ourselves with thousands of people before breakfast. The ancient Stoics believed each person has their own role to play. Imagine an orchestra. Not every instrument plays the same melody. The violin doesn't compete with the piano. Each contributes something unique. Your path was never meant to look exactly like someone else's. Some people bloom early, others bloom decades later. Progress is personal. Growth is individual. Peace begins the moment you stop measuring your worth against someone else's achievements. Lesson 6. Master your emotions before they master you. Inspired by Seneca. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about how much of our pain comes from stories we tell ourselves. The Stoics taught, pause before reacting. Between every event and every response exists a brief moment. One person immediately reacts with anger. Another pauses, breathes, reflects, then calmly chooses how to respond. Lesson 7. Time is your most valuable possession. Inspired by Seneca. Unlike wealth, time cannot be earned back. Once a moment passes, it belongs to history forever. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Imagine receiving $86,400 every morning. At midnight, whatever remained disappeared. You would probably spend every dollar wisely. Time works exactly the same way. Every day gives you 86,400 seconds. Spend them intentionally. Protect them carefully. Lesson 8. Simplicity creates freedom. Inspired by Diogenes. One famous story tells of Alexander the Great visiting him. The emperor asked if there was anything he could do for him. Diogenes simply replied, "Yes, stand out of my sunlight." It wasn't arrogance, it was freedom. Simplicity creates space. Space for meaningful conversations. Space for creativity. Space for reflection. Space for peace. In Part 3, we'll explore why accepting death can teach us how to truly live. and the timeless secret to a fulfilling life. The philosophers saved some of their greatest wisdom for last, and those lessons have the power to change the way you live. Part 3. The final lessons that change a life. The wisdom you've heard so far has pointed toward a simple but powerful truth. A meaningful life is not built by chasing comfort, approval, or endless possessions. It is built one choice at a time. The ancient philosophers believed that every sunrise offers another opportunity, not to become someone else, but to become more fully yourself. As we reach the final lessons, you'll notice something remarkable. These teachings are not about changing the world around you. They're about changing the world within you. And that changes everything. Lesson 9. Remember that life is finite. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius. There is one subject most people avoid: death. We speak about it in whispers. We postpone thinking about it. We act as though simply ignoring it will somehow make it less real. Yet Marcus Aurelius believed mortality was a gift. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." At first, those words may sound unsettling, but Marcus wasn't encouraging fear. He was encouraging clarity. Imagine waking every morning with the understanding that today is precious because it will never happen again. How differently would you spend your time? Would you still waste hours arguing with strangers? Would you remain angry over something that happened years ago? Would you continue postponing your dreams? Too often, we live as though life is unlimited. We tell ourselves we'll call our parents next week. We'll forgive later. We'll chase our dreams after the timing feels perfect. But perfect timing rarely arrives. Life isn't guaranteed to unfold according to our plans. The Stoics practiced remembering mortality, not to become pessimistic, but to become deeply grateful. Every sunrise became a gift. Every ordinary moment became extraordinary, simply because it would never happen again. Ironically, accepting that life ends teaches us how to truly live. Instead of asking, "How much time do I have?" begin asking, "What will I do with the time I have today?" Lesson 10. Your character is your greatest legacy. Inspired by Aristotle. If someone described you after you were gone, what would they say? Would they talk about your possessions or your kindness and courage? Aristotle believed happiness came from developing excellent character. He famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit." Many people wait for motivation before changing. Aristotle believed the opposite. Action creates character. Every honest decision strengthens honesty. Who you become is shaped not by your biggest moments, but by your smallest daily choices. Imagine two people. One dreams, the other practices. Character is built gradually, returning extra change, keeping a promise, admitting a mistake, helping someone who cannot repay you. Lesson 11. Adversity reveals who you really are. Inspired by Epictetus. Epictetus believed that challenges don't create character. They reveal it. Imagine a tea bag placed into hot water. Only then do you discover what's inside. Pressure exposes what comfort often hides. Life doesn't promise that hardship can be avoided. It promises that hardship will eventually visit everyone. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They would eat simple meals or sleep with fewer comforts to remind themselves happiness wasn't dependent upon luxury. The obstacle wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to reveal what was already within you. Lesson 12. Inner peace is the greatest success. Inspired by Seneca and the Stoics. Seneca believed the truly successful person wasn't the wealthiest. It was the one who remained calm in difficult times and enjoyed simple pleasures. Imagine two people. One owns everything but is anxious and afraid. The other owns far less but sleeps peacefully and finds joy in ordinary moments. Success isn't arriving at a destination where life is perfect. Success is learning to remain steady while life continues to change. Final reflection. Thousands of years have passed. Empires have risen and fallen. Yet the greatest human struggles remain surprisingly familiar. A good life begins from within. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and Aristotle together offer a roadmap, not toward perfection, but toward wisdom. You cannot rewrite yesterday. You cannot predict tomorrow, but you can choose who you will be today. That choice is your greatest power. If these lessons resonated, share your favorite in the comments. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Until next time, remember, the greatest victories are over ourselves.